Hi guys, today we'll be looking at the Blackburne Shilling Gambit. It's a deadly trap and it can deliver checkmate to white in just 7 moves. It is played against the white's Italian game. So without wasting any time, let's move ahead with the trap. Pawn to e4. Black replies with pawn to e5. White develops his knight to f3. Black develops his knight to c6. Now white develops his bishop to c4, and this is the standard Italian game. Now we will throw in a surprising move. We'll move our knight to d4, attacking the white's knight and leaving a pawn at e5 without any protection. White will see the opportunity and capture a point without any delay, attacking our f7 pawn with his knight and his bishop. But ignoring that attack, we'll continue with our attack and move our queen to g5. This seems to be a blunder because as soon as the white captures our f7 pawn with his knight, it will fork a queen and a rook. But ignoring this attack, we'll capture white's g2 pawn and attack white's rook. Now white has only one move to protect his rook. White will move his rook to f1 square. Now we'll play a brilliant move. We'll capture white's e4 pawn with our queen and check the king. Now white can defend this check by bringing in between either his queen or his bishop. If he brings his queen, we'll simply capture his queen with our knight. And this is a big material advantage. If he decides to bring his bishop, then we'll play another beautiful move, knight to f3, and you can bid white goodbye because it's a beautiful checkmate, and this checkmate is known as scholar's mate. Now let's suppose white does not save his rook and instead captures our rook on h8 with his knight. In that case, we'll capture white's rook with our queen and give check. Now white has only one move to obstruct this check with his bishop. In that case, we'll again capture white's pawn at e4 and give check. Now again, white has to bring his bishop, otherwise if he brings his queen, we'll capture that. Now we cannot deliver checkmate by bringing a knight to f3 since white's king has an escape square at f1. Now we'll play another brilliant move. We'll capture white's c2 square pawn with a knight and fork white's king and rook. Now white has two options. If he captures with his queen, we'll simply capture the queen with our queen and we are significantly ahead in material. Otherwise, if white saves his king and moves it to square f1, in that case, we'll take a queen to h1 and end the game then and there with a checkmate. Now let's look at the third variation. Let's suppose white does not capture our f7 pawn with his knight but instead captures it with his bishop. Now here, white has not only captured our pawn but is also giving check to our king. in which case we have to move our king. Now we move our king to d8. Now white's knight is under attack by a queen as well as the g2 pawn, after which we'll attack his rook. So the best move for white in this situation is to simply castle and save the g2 pawn, after which we'll simply capture white's knight. Now we are up in material and will be easily able to win this game. So guys, if you like the video, hit the like button, and for more such videos, subscribe to my channel VITA. Thank you.